Hello everyone! Today we will have a new lesson about technological convergence. Technological convergence, also known as digital convergence, is the tendency for technologies that were originally unrelated to become more closely integrated and even unified as they develop and advance. Convergence is a deep integration of knowledge, tools, and all relevant activities of human activity for a common goal to allow society to answer new questions to change their respective physical or social ecosystem. Such changes in the respective ecosystem open new trends, pathways, and opportunities in the following divergent phase of the process, according to Rocco 2002, Bainbridge, and Rocco 2016. Media technological convergence is the test as technology changes, different technological systems sometimes evolve toward performing similar tasks. Digital convergence refers to the convergence of four industries into one conglomerate. ITTCE are information technologies, telecommunication, consumer electronics, and entertainment. Telecommunications convergence, also called network convergence, describes emerging telecommunications technologies and network architecture used to migrate multiple communication services into a single network. Media convergence is the interlinking of computing and other information technologies, media content, media companies, and communication networks that have arisen as the result of the evolution and popularization of the Internet as well as the activities, products, and services that have emerged in the digital media space. IP-based convergence is inevitable and will result in a new service and new demand in the market. When the all technology converges into the public on common, IP-based services become access independent or less independent. The all service is access dependent. The term digital convergence means the ability to view the same multimedia content from different types of devices. These are all thanks to the digitization of content such as movies, pictures, music, voice, or text, and the development of connections methods. Let's proceed to elements of technology convergence. So in elements of technology convergence, first is the technology. Technology, it is a common for technologies that are viewed as very different to develop similar features with time that blur differences. In 1995, a television and a mobile phone were completely different devices. In recent years, they may have similar features such as the ability to connect to Wi-Fi, very rich internet-based media apps. People may use either their television or communicate to relatives using the same software. Second is the media and content. A television and internet services were once viewed as separate but have begun to converge. Music, movies, video games, and informational content will eventually converge to the point that there are no longer distinct formats. For example, future music may always come with an interactive music video that resembles a game. Next is the services application. In the late 1990s, there was a large difference between business and consumer software and services. With time, this line has blurred. Technology tends to move from a large number of Highly specific tools towards a small set of flexible tools with broad applications. Another element is the robots and machines. It is increasingly common for machines such as vehicles or appliances to have semi-autonomous features that technically make them robots. Next is the virtual reality can be viewed as the convergence of real life with digital entities such as games and information environments. Let's talk about the converging technological fields. NBIC, an acronym for nanotechnology, biotechnology, information technology, and cognitive science, was in 2014 the most popular term for convergent technologies. It was introduced into public discourse through the publication of Converging Technologies for Improving Human Performance. A report is sponsored in part by the U.S. National Science Foundation. Various other acronyms have been offered for the same concept such as GNR or Genetics, Nanotechnology, and Robotics based on Bill Joy 2000. Then journalist Joel Garu in Peril of Enhancing Our Minds, Our Bodies, and what it means to be human uses or GRIN for genetic, robotic, information, and nanoprocesses. Another is science journalist Douglas Mulhall in Our Molecular Future, How Nanotechnology, Robotics, Genetics, and Artificial Intelligence Will Transform Our World uses GRAIN or GRAIN for genetics, robotics, artificial intelligence, and nanotechnology. Another acronym coined by the Appropriate Technology Organization ATC Group is BANG for bits, atoms, neurons, genes. How about the converging science and technology fields? A comprehensive term used by Rocco, Bainbridge, Thorne, and Whiteside is convergence of knowledge, technology, and society since 2013. Bainbridge and Rocco co-authored the Springer Reference Handbook of Science and Technology Convergence 2016, defining the concept of convergence in various science, technology, and medical fields. Rocco published principles and methods that facilitate convergence as 2015. How about examples of technology implications? Convergence solutions include both fixed line and mobile technologies. Recent examples of new convergent services include using the internet for voice and video telephony, video on demand, fixed mobile convergence, mobile to mobile convergence, location-based services, integrated products and bundles. Convergent technologies can also integrate the fixed line with mobile to deliver convergent solutions, and convergent technologies include IP multimedia subsystem, session initiation protocol, IPTV, voice over IP, voice call continuity, digital video broadcasting, handheld. Then proceed to the convergence in appliances. Due to the variable utility of portable technology, convergence occurs in high-end mobile devices. They incorporate multimedia services, GPS, internet access, and mobile telephony into a single device, heralding the rise of what has been termed the smartphone. Smartphone is the device designed to remove the need to carry multiple devices. Convergence of media occurs when multiple products come together to form one product with the advantages of all of them, also known as the black box. Mobile phones are a good example in that they incorporate digital cameras, MP3 players, other devices. For the consumer, it means more features in less space. For media conglomerates, it means remaining competitive. Converged devices are frequently less functional and reliable than their component parts, such as mobile phones. Web browser may not render some web pages correctly, supporting certain rendering methods, such as the iPhone browser not supporting cache content. Since technology has evolved in the past 10 years or so, companies are beginning to converge technologies to create demand for new products. This includes phone companies 4G on their phones. Television converged the technologies of movies and radio, and television is now being converged with the mobile phone industry and the internet. Phone calls are also being made with the use of personal computers. Converging technologies combine multiple technologies into one. Newer mobile phones feature cameras and can hold images, videos, music, and other media. Manufacturers now integrate more advanced features such as video recording, GPS, receivers, data storage, and security mechanisms into the traditional cell phone. Let's proceed to convergence on the internet. The television, radio, and newspapers were the world's media for accessing news and entertainment. Have converged into one, and people all over the world can read and hear news and other information on the internet. The convergence of the internet and conventional TV became popular in the times referred to as connected TV or hybrid TV, not to be confused with IPTV, Internet TV, or Web TV. Smart TV is used to describe the current trend of integration of the Internet and Web 2.0 features into modern television sets and set-top boxes, as well as the technological convergence between computers and these television sets are set-top boxes. These new devices most often also have a much higher focus on online interactive media, Internet TV, over-the-top content, as well as on-demand streaming media. How about digital convergence? Digital convergence means inclination for various innovations, media sources, content that becomes similar with the time. It enables the convergence of access devices and content, as well as the industry participant operations and strategy. The convergence in this example is demonstrated in the involvement of the Internet, home devices such as smart television, camera, the YouTube application, and the digital content. The example highlights how digital convergence encompasses three phenomena. First, previously stand-alone devices are being connected by networks and software, significantly enhancing functionalities. Second, These standalone products are being converged onto the same platform, creating hybrid products in the process, and companies are crossing traditional boundaries such as hardware and software to provide new products and new sources of competition. Another example is the convergence of different types of digital contents. According to Harry Strasser, former CTO of Siemens, digital convergence will substantially impact people's lifestyle and work style. Convergence in the marketplace. Convergence is a global marketplace dynamic in which different companies and sectors are being brought together both as competitors and collaborators across traditional boundaries of industry and technology. An array of technology developments act as accelerators of convergence, including mobility, analytics, cloud, digital, and social networks. Mobile services are increasingly an important part of the automobile. Chemicals companies work with agribusiness. Device manufacturers sell music, video, and books. Booksellers become some consumer device companies. Search and advertising companies become telecommunications companies or telcos. Media companies act like telcos and vice versa. Retailers act like financial services companies and vice versa. Cosmetics companies work with pharmaceutical companies and more. Mobile phone usage broadens dramatically, enabling users to make payments online, watch videos, or even adjusting their home thermostat while away at work. Let's discuss the media convergence. Media convergence refers to the merging of both old and new media and can be seen as a product, a system, or a process. Jenkins states that convergence is the flow of content across multiple media platforms, the cooperation between multiple media industries, and the migratory behavior of media audiences who would go almost anywhere in search of the kinds of entertainment experiences they wanted. According to Jenkins, there are 5 areas of convergence, such as technological, economic, social or organic, cultural, and global. Media convergence is not just a technological shift or a technological process. It also involves shifts within the industrial, cultural, and social paradigms that encourage the consumer to seek out new information. Loudmer and Dalsotter argue that media convergence takes place on technology, content, consumer, business model, and management level. They argue that media convergence is a matter of evolution and can be described through the triadic phenomenon of convergence, divergence, and coexistence. Today's digital media ecosystems coexist as, for example, mobile app stores provide vendor lock-ins into particular ecosystems. Some technology platforms are converging under one technology due to like the usage of common communication protocols as in digital TV, and other media are diverging like as media content offerings are more and more specializing and provides a space for niche media. Video convergence also in the digital era means the changes that are taking place with other forms of media and media companies. Media convergence has two roles. The first is the technological merging of different media channels, for example, magazines, radio programs, TV shows, and movies. Now are available on the internet through laptops, iPads, and smartphones. The second definition of media convergence Campbell discusses is cross-platform by media companies. This usually involves consolidating various media holdings such as cable, phone, television, over-the-air, satellite cable, and internet access under one corporate umbrella. This is not for the consumer to have more media choices. This is for the benefit of the company to cut down on costs and maximize its profits. Let's proceed to convergence culture. Henry Jenkins determines convergence culture to be the flow of content across multiple media platforms. The cooperation between multiple media industries and the migratory behavior of media audiences who will go almost anywhere in search of the kinds of entertainment experiences they want. The convergence culture is an important factor in transmedia storytelling. Transmedia storytelling is defined by Jenkins as a process where integral elements of a fiction get dispersed systematically across multiple delivery channels for the purpose of creating a unified and coordinated entertainment experience. Ideally, each medium makes its own unique contribution to the unfolding of the story. Convergence culture is a part of participatory culture because average people can now access their interests on many types of media. They can also have more of a say. Fans and consumers are able to participate in the creation and circulation of the new content. Besides marketing and entertainment, the convergence culture has also affected the way we interact with news and information. We can access news on multiple levels of media from the radio, TV, newspapers, and the internet. Media scholar like Henry Jenkins has described the media convergence with participatory culture as a catalyst for amateur digital filmmaking and what this case study suggests about the future directions popular culture may take. Star Wars fan films represent the intersection of two significant culture trends, the corporate movement towards media convergence and the unleashing of significant new tools, which enable the grassroots archiving, annotation, appropriation, and recirculation of media content. These fan films build on long-standing practices of the fan community, but they also reflect the influence of this changed technological environment that has dramatically lowered the cost of film production and distribution. Cell phone convergence. Mobile or desktop convergence, the Librem 5 mobile, when connected to a keyboard, screen, and mouse, runs as a desktop computer. The social function of the cell phones changes as the technology converges. Because of technological advancement, cell phones function as more than just as a phone. They contain an internet connection, video players, MP3 gaming, and camera. Another example, Rocksako to Rocklo of 2004 was screened in Delhi, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Mumbai, and other parts of India through edge-enabled mobile phones with live video streaming facility. A mobile convergence device is one that, if connected to a keyboard, monitor, and mouse, can run desktop applications as a desktop computer would. Convergence operating systems include Ubuntu Touch and Pure OS. Let's talk about social movements. The integration of social movements in cyberspace is one of the potential strategies that social movements can use in the age of media convergence. Because of the neutrality of the Internet and the end-to-end design, the power structure of the Internet was designed to avoid discrimination between applications. Papi wrote, social media alone do not instigate revolutions, which discuss how the use of social media and social movements needs good organization both online and offline. A study journalism in the age of media convergence, a survey of undergraduates' technology-related news habits concluded that several focus groups respondents reported they generally did not actively engage in media conversions, such as viewing slideshows or listening to podcasts that accompanied an online story. A significant number of students indicated the interactive features often associated with online news and media convergence were indeed appealing to them. So examples in regulation, the U.S. Federal Communications Commission or FCC has not been able to decide how to regulate VoIP or Internet telephony because the convergent technology is still growing and changing. In addition to its growth, FCC is tentative to set regulation on VoIP in order to promote competition in the telecommunication industry. There is not a clear line between telecommunication service and the information service because of the growth of the new convergent media. So, example messaging. Several operators have launched services that combine SMS with mobile instant messaging or MIM and presence. Text to landline services also exist, where subscribers can send text messages to any landline code and are charged at standard rates. The text messages are converted into spoken language. This service has been popular in America, where fixed and mobile numbers are similar. Inbound SMS has been converging to enable reception of different formats like SMS, voice, MMS, and so on. Example in terms of mobile service provision refers not only to the ability to purchase mobile phone services, but the ability to wirelessly access anything, voice, internet, audio, and video. Advancements in WiMAX and other leading-edge technologies provide the ability to transfer information over a wireless link at a variety of speeds, distances, and non-line of sight conditions. Example for multiplay in telecommunication. Multiplay is a marketing term describing the provision of different telecommunication services such as internet access, television, telephone, and mobile phone service by organizations that traditionally only offered one or two of these services. Multiplay is a catch-all phrase. Usually the terms triple play, voice, voice and data, or quadruple play, voice, voice, data, and wireless are used to describe a more specific meaning. A dual play service is a marketing term for the provisioning of the two services. First, it can be high-speed internet or digital subscriber line and telephone service over a single broadband connection in the case of phone companies, or second, the high-speed internet such as cable modem and TV service over a single broadband connection in the case of cable TV companies. A triple play service where communication services are packaged allowing consumers to purchase TV, internet, and telephony in one subscription. The broadband cable market is transforming as pay TV providers move aggressively into what was once considered the telco space. Customer expectations have risen as consumer and business customers alike seek rich content, multi-use devices, network products, and converged services, including on-demand video, digital TV, high-speed internet, voice over IP, and wireless applications. It is uncharted territory for most broadband companies. A quadruple play service combines the triple play service of broadband internet access, television, and telephone with wireless service provisions. The service set is also sometimes humorously referred to as the Fantastic Four or Grand Slam. A fundamental aspect of the quadruple play is not only the long-awaited broadband convergence but also the players involved. Many of them, from the largest global service providers to whom we connect today via wires and cables, to the smallest of startup service providers, are interested. Opportunities are attractive. The big three telecom services, telephony, cable television, and wireless, could combine their industries. Examples for home network. Early in the 21st century, home LAN convergence saw rapidly integrated home routers, wireless access points, and DSL modems that users were hardly put to identify the resulting box they used to connect their computers to their internet service. A general term for such a combined device is a residential gateway. Let's proceed to the emerging trends in communications. In terms of emerging trends in communications, network neutrality has emerged as an issue. Wu and Lissig of 2004 set out two reasons to adopt neutral network model for computer networks. First, a neutral network eliminates the risk of future discrimination, providing more incentive to invest in broadband application development. Second, neutral network facilitates fair competition among applications, no bias between applications. The layered model was first proposed by Solom and Chode, Seeker, and Nakahata. Seeker, Workback, and Witt have supported using a layered model to regulate the telecommunication industry with the emergence of convergent services. The key point of the layered model is that it reflects the reality of network architecture and current business model. The layered model consists of access layer, where the physical infrastructure resides, copper wires, cable or fiber optic. Next, transport layer, the provider of service. Application layer, the interface between the data and the users. Content layer, the layer which users see. In convergence technologies and the layered policy model, implication for regulating future communications, Shin combines the layered model and network neutrality as the principle to regulate the future convergent media industry. So that's all for the discussion about the technological convergence. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.